The brain continuously evaluates whether to persist with an activity. Alternatively, the brain considers switching to a less demanding task. This assessment significantly shapes decision-making processes. These decisions often occur at a subconscious level. This affects various life choices, influencing behavior and direction. The brain functions based on energy economics, optimizing resource use. Actions are perceived as investments, influencing decision-making. The brain prioritizes actions that yield high pleasure with minimal effort. It tends to avoid uncertain rewards, especially if they require high effort. Energy conservation was vital for survival in ancient times. This necessity drove the evolution of energy-saving mechanisms. These mechanisms are still present in modern humans. Conserving energy remains a fundamental biological imperative. Modern society uses vulnerabilities to capture attention. Notifications exploit the brain's reward system. Short-form videos provide quick bursts of dopamine. Vibrant visuals trigger immediate sensory responses. These stimuli are designed to be highly engaging and habit-forming. Brain hacking involves stimuli that manipulate neural pathways. These stimuli often lead to overstimulation of the brain. The dopamine system is a primary target in brain hacking. Overstimulation of dopamine can create addictive behaviors. This manipulation can override natural reward processes. Dopamine is linked to the anticipation of pleasure, not pleasure itself. It motivates actions that lead to potential rewards. Dopamine release increases as one gets closer to a reward. This system drives goal-oriented behavior and learning. Social media platforms can be addictive due to their inherent design features. Each scroll or refresh creates a "what comes next" expectation in the user's mind. This anticipation triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with reward. The dopamine spike reinforces the behavior, leading to compulsive usage patterns. Overstimulation can trigger a biological response known as downregulation. Downregulation involves the brain reducing the quantity of dopamine receptors. This reduction is a mechanism to maintain balance in response to excessive stimulation. Fewer receptors lead to reduced sensitivity to dopamine. Downregulation reduces sensitivity to stimuli. It alters the brain's response to rewards. Activities once pleasurable now seem dull. Tasks feel more difficult and less appealing. Motivation levels are significantly impacted. This can affect overall engagement and drive. Easy access to instant gratification can lead to feelings of emptiness. The immediate pleasure often lacks lasting fulfillment. This can create a cycle of seeking quick rewards. The cycle may result in exhaustion and a sense of hollowness. This paradox highlights the need for balance and delayed gratification. Brain plasticity refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt over time. This adaptability allows the brain to recalibrate in response to environmental changes. Reduced stimulation can trigger this recalibration process. The brain adjusts its neural pathways based on the level of input it receives. This plasticity is crucial for learning, memory, and recovery from brain injuries. Dopamine detox aims to recalibrate dopamine sources, not eliminate dopamine. It's about managing dopamine release for better focus and control. The goal is to reduce overstimulation and impulsive behaviors. This involves limiting exposure to highly rewarding stimuli. Examples include social media, junk food, and excessive entertainment. Recalibration helps restore sensitivity to natural rewards. The initial days of detox can present significant challenges. One common challenge is restlessness, stemming from brain rewiring. During detox, the brain adapts to the absence of certain substances. This adaptation process can trigger various withdrawal symptoms. Restlessness is a frequent symptom as the brain seeks equilibrium. Managing restlessness is crucial for successful detox completion. Identify your primary dopamine sources. Consider common sources like phones. Gaming can also be a significant source. Junk food often triggers dopamine release. Mindless shopping can also be a source. The 7-day rule involves abstaining from a specific dopamine source. This abstinence period should last for a minimum of 7 consecutive days. The primary goal is to allow the brain's dopamine system to naturally reset. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Overstimulation can lead to desensitization and cravings. A reset can restore sensitivity and reduce compulsive behaviors. The substitution principle involves replacing unwanted habits with healthier alternatives. It focuses on activities that provide internal satisfaction and fulfillment. Reading can be a great substitute, offering mental stimulation and relaxation. Walking provides physical activity and a change of scenery. Exercising releases endorphins improving mood and reducing stress. Choosing satisfying replacements makes it easier to break old habits. Activities may initially seem boring due to high brain voltage. This perception is temporary and subject to change. Persistence can alter the brain's response. Continued engagement can reduce the feeling of boredom. The brain adapts, making activities more interesting over time. Pleasure and satisfaction are distinct emotional states with different qualities. Pleasure is often triggered by external stimuli and is typically short-lived. Satisfaction, conversely, arises from within and tends to be more enduring. This contrast highlights the fundamental difference between the two experiences. Seeking satisfaction often leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment than pursuing fleeting pleasures. A dopamine detox aims to restore the capacity to experience satisfaction. It is designed to help individuals regain sensitivity to natural rewards. The detox process also strengthens the prefrontal cortex. This brain region is crucial for cognitive control and decision-making. By enhancing prefrontal cortex function, the detox supports better focus. The detoxification process improves cognitive functions. It specifically improves willpower and focus. Decision-making abilities are also sharpened. This is achieved by recalibrating the brain's functions. Design environments to foster discipline by minimizing temptations. Removing distractions helps individuals focus on desired behaviors. Make healthy choices easily accessible and visually prominent. Strategic design can positively influence behavior and promote self-control. Placing your phone away from the bed can reduce mindless scrolling. This strategy minimizes the temptation to use your phone before sleep. It helps in establishing a healthier sleep routine. This promotes better sleep quality by reducing screen time. Keeping healthy food visible promotes better eating habits. Visible, healthy options reduce dependence on willpower. Strategic placement influences dietary decisions. Easy access to healthy food supports mindful eating. Dopamine levels can be influenced by social interactions. Exposure to positive individuals can elevate dopamine. Seek growth-oriented people to boost motivation. Surround yourself with those who value self-improvement. Easy, short-term choices often provide instant gratification. However, these choices, like mindless scrolling, can lead to long-term anxiety. Harder, short-term choices, such as exercise, require more effort. These choices often result in long-term benefits, like increased confidence. Algorithms can manipulate our attention and preferences. Taking back control involves resisting algorithmic influence. Regaining control allows for more meaningful engagement. Choose activities that provide genuine satisfaction. Begin a 7-day detox by eliminating a major source of cheap dopamine. Cheap dopamine sources can hinder long-term goals and well-being. Identify a primary source, like social media or junk food, to cut out. Journal daily to track physical, mental, and emotional changes. Note cravings, mood shifts, and overall energy levels. This process helps understand the impact of dopamine on daily life. I truly appreciate you staying until the end. Remember, the path to your best self is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep pushing, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next chapter of our journey.